All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Talk That Sport. It's Jordan Jones. Rocking with me again is CJ Jones. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
We are back after a week off. Took a little break.
Wait. I was gonna stop this narrative right now. I was ready for the people. I was ready to record for the people. Jordan was like, I'm just so mentally exhausted this week. I stayed awake till 6 o'clock in the morning. I was doing the same thing, all right. But Jordan didn't want to record, so the reason we didn't bring a show to y'all last week was because of my brother, Jordan Jones.
And what I have to say to that is we have been diligent with giving you fresh content every week for the past 3 months. We can have a break. We're gonna give y'all a show during the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah. So that's our. So this was we were gonna take out Thanksgiving, but we're not now. So,
So it works out. You still get the same show count. Yeah. Like I said, what did I say? 50 shows a year. So we get 2 weeks off.
2 weeks off. Yeah. I think it's realistic of more we may do 50 shows, but may take 4 weeks off. We may have to do 2 shows in a week. Just interviews.
Yeah, so, I mean, technically, we've already done 2 shows in a week already this year, so we just do one more, we're good.
We did twice, right? Wait, the week we had Kevin on, we did 3 shows that week, right? With 3 shows in a 7-day period.
Yeah, we did Kevin, 3 shows in a 7-day
Zach,
period. Yeah.
And then another show. So 3 shows in a 7-day period. Dang, that's some massive work. We
put in some work for you guys, and I just want to say thank you for listening to us, tuning in each week. It's appreciated. We love hearing the feedback. Please check out our live show each week if you don't already. We're live every week, 6 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. If you can't check us out there, of course, our podcast is always available on Thursdays. Aaron Bird, our engineer, does a great job of having our show ready to go for your listening ears.
I just started calling. It's so hard for me to keep remembering engineer every time. Aaron's our producer, guys. She's not our engineer. She's our producer. We may do the show. But Aaron's a producer.
She's our backbone.
Engineer. She's our backbone. She saves our asses a lot.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that we would have really good content if it was me and CJ trying to do this stuff.
It definitely would be shitty. It would be shitty. Yeah. We'd be hearing voices going up and down. Let's not do it.
Yeah. And I want to give her special thanks because the past couple of weeks we've had some issues with our content or whether it's the live stream or the sound the past couple of weeks, and she has just rolled with it, putting out great work each week. So thank you so much for doing that. We gotta make sure to get her a good Christmas present. Yeah, we do.
We gotta make sure to do that. We shouldn't probably talk about it so because she does have to listen to the show.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Aaron. If you're listening, send us your Christmas gifts. For the listeners that are for the listeners that are tuning in, I'll take whiskey or beer. Cowboy stuff, any kind of sports apparel. If you want to send it to me, just hit us up in the DMs at Jordan Wesley 93.
We take money. All right, I'm not taking I take stuff, but I take money. These podcasts ain't free. All right, we gotta pay for this stuff. We giving Aaron a raise in January. We gotta make sure we can pay for that. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out of our pocket. So look, we ain't trying to do no Patreon, but if you want to donate to the fund, donate to the cause.
Donate
shout you out, just let's say $10 here, $10 there, you know what I'm saying? Pay for this, pay for that. Hey, look, they go out to sponsors too. Look, Fanatics, I've been wearing all these jerseys. I see all these people getting these Fanatic stuff. I got do I need to start taking pictures like a model thing?
Yeah, I think we need to start getting some sponsors on this show. We always promote alcohol. We promote sports teams. Jerseys.
We should reach out. We should reach out. Like Jordan, I like vodka. I know you like a brown guy, even though I'm drinking brown right now. I'm only drinking this bottle because Jordan bought me this bottle. That's the only reason I drink this Shilma Jack. But
whiskey is the best.
Well, when I turned 27, I just stopped drinking the whiskey that much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much sugar in it. I know I drink the vodka. It's a nice cool drunk. Give me a vodka cranberry. Oh, if we go to Hooligans, give me a vodka screwdriver. That they fresh squeeze the orange juice into the screwdriver for you.
That is good.
Jordan, it tastes different than the other thing. So I give me some vodka. Oh man, Svedka. No, not Svedka anymore. Kettle One though. Kettle One's normal my go too.
I feel you. we were a Tito's household. Lexi's the main one that drinks vodka. I don't really drink a lot of vodka.
Oh, I know
So
y'all
she
Tito's
drinks
from your
tea,
wedding.
yeah.
That those big ass bottles of Tito's
Yeah.
that your
Yeah.
in-laws had.
Yeah, and I'm a big rum and whiskey are pretty much the only liquors that I drink. I'm drinking rum today. Shout out, happy hours.
Rum and what?
Rum punch.
Rum punch. Oh, that one of
Yeah.
your Jordan juices you make?
No, it's literally just rum and punch. Yeah.
Oh,
it's just,
okay.
Yeah, it's just a regular rum punch. Yeah, not a Jordan specialty, but maybe. So next weekend when y'all come down and everything, maybe I'll put some of that on. We have a busy household. Let's talk a little bit. Yeah, let's talk some family stuff real quick.
Oh yeah, here we go. Nonsensical.
Yeah. If you've been listening to our show now,
we're not getting to sports until like 10, 20 minutes in.
Yeah, so. if you want to get to the sports content of today, which we're talking hoops, just go ahead and fast forward to 15, and we'll get there.
Speed it across, or just listen to us. We're like, we care about you guys. If you got stories, say hello in the chat.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to hear from you too. We like sharing stories.
We may send you the link and have you hop in.
I know, right? Yeah, if you got a really good story. Yeah, but okay. So this weekend we have Lexi's family's coming down. They're going to be here, like her mom, her parents, and then her brothers are going to come down. So that'll be fun. Gonna have a full household this weekend. We're gonna do our Christmas. So we normally do like a big day of Christmas. So we do our Christmas cookies. We hang up all the Christmas decorations. Watch Christmas movies all day. You know, our tradition in our house, in the Jones household. And so we're kicking that off this weekend. So our family's gonna be able to participate in that with us.
You're doing Christmas a month early?
No, like we do the set. We start setting up Christmas. Yeah, so we start we set up our tree. The only thing we're not doing this year, because honestly, man, I did it last year and I was like, forget this. It is too much work. Hanging lights on the house.
Pay somebody to do that.
We're paying somebody this year. Not doing it. Not doing it. But yeah, so we have that, and then next weekend, shout out my birthday. Next Saturday.
Is it your birthday next weekend?
Yeah, next Saturday is my birthday.
I know when your birthday is, November 25th.
Y'all, I'm turning 27. I'm getting old. Yeah. So we're having another full house of people. Yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Me and my wife are driving down there to celebrate. I mean, that's a hike, though. That is a hike. But he came in town for my birthday, so it's done for me to drive out there for his birthday. Even though I'm going to get a hotel because his house may be too full. No, we'll be fine. We have so basically, the way my back is set up, I don't sleep on air mattresses.
We have two extra beds and an air mattress, so we'll make it work.
Get a bed. That's what me and Muff need to know. If me and
Muff get a bed, y'all
all right,
get a bed.
And like we get a bed, I'm cool.
Most likely, what will happen, because Lexi's best friend is coming down and everything. Lexi and I will probably sleep on the air mattress for that night, and then let somebody sleep in our bed or something.
You are
for the night.
You are too nice.
It's one night. I'm a humble host.
Jordan, we can go to the hotel. Like, we're good.
You don't have to spend $100 to come down and visit us, and we got all this space in here.
I got points. All right, I don't pay $100 for no hotel.
Okay, I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, but
as long as PJ has a bed, I am happy. Mm-hmm. But we don't have to worry about driving. Well, that's cool. Then the week after that, we got Thanksgiving, so we're all back in town again. We're all back in town again. So like everybody's here, and we're like, I'm staying here. And then I think the day after Thanksgiving, we're going to Mississippi. So I think I'm not sure.
Okay.
I need to go back to Mississippi. Well, no, I'm not going back then. I got to take grandma back.
Sure.
At the end of the month.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. Grandma's coming to town. Yeah. So yeah. We're going to have Jordan. We should get grandma on the show. We should just do a show.
Grandma ain't gonna come on the show.
I bet I'd get her on the show for 5 minutes.
You can get her on for 5 minutes.
I should do a setup from Anger in the South. No, she'll be at my house.
Okay. Yeah, let's just have her hop on.
Yeah, I'm like, Grandma, come in. She's she knows nothing about sports. Mm-hmm. I know her favorite team is Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what favorite team is Pittsburgh Steelers?
Mike Tomlin.
They have a black head coach.
She'll go in and brag about them being undefeated for 2 seconds. There you go.
I forgot they keep winning, and I forgot we were part of their team last week. Mm-hmm. And then I called her, and she's like, "My team won."
Yeah, they did.
But she's still a Cowboys fan because she roots for them too. So I don't know what's up with Grandma. And she lives in the state of Mississippi, so it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. But yeah, so I mean, this is the year of fun, or the month of fun. Maybe we'll get in a golf game at some point over the next couple weeks.
We have to go golfing. Like I need a course. I mean, I was too drunk to go last time.
Yeah, I might go. Nah, I did not get you drunk. But I may go with X this weekend since he's coming to town. So I know.
Shout out to not my brother-in-law, but I call him my brother-in-law. But X, who's dominant. Is he? Wait, did he commit already?
No, not.
I don't want to say that. Okay, I'm not gonna say that loud.
Yeah. So
well,
he's still looking around.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. Not a baller. He's a golfer.
Yeah, a really good one.
He's cocky with it too.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the state. So yeah,
he's cocky with it too. So I love it. Ready to get in the show?
You ready?
I mean, I'm always ready.
You always ready?
Want to do some women ball too?
Let's talk some women ball too.
Oh, you're not gonna try to take my subject today.
No, I was legit passing it on to you this time.
I was making sure I didn't want to start my sentence and you'd be like, "Well, I got this to say." All right, so
you know what they say about making assumptions.
There we go. See, you look like ass. All right.
See, I know. See, I did that on purpose. That's
shut the fuck up. Oh, there's my first F-bomb. It came back. Okay, so in my Women Ball 2 segment, all right, I want to send out, like normally in this segment, at this point in the time, a year, I try to take some some women influencers throughout the culture of sports and industry and highlight them. But I really want to hone in on the WNBA. They really put in some work and some action this month and this season, to be honest. We had multiple players sit out this season with COVID concerns and social injustice to help warn the social injustice. In addition, like Natasha Cloud, Jonquel Jones, Shanae Bumukwe, they were. I'm astounded, and I'm happy with them the way they stood up to one of their owners, Kelly Loeffler, with the Atlanta Dream. Kelly Loeffler, who was a Senate race component, she was with Raphael Warnock, going against Raphael Warnock. It was an instance where I've seen the first time I've seen it in sports, where a whole league was like, "Yo, this is unacceptable." Now she has not been made to sell a team. She can, it's her right. She can say whatever she wants to say, whatever she says, it's just her First Amendment right. But I like the fact that this team and her team and the league made sure that they made a concerted effort to like tell her what she's saying was wrong about her players in the league, what they said for was something right, and then how they also interacted in the voting. Last week was election week. You had numerous people on all platforms doing it, but like I am a WNBA follower. You had tons of women working the polls, and Shanae Bumukwe, Jonquel Jones, Natasha Cloud, Nneka Bumukwe down in Houston. You have tons of players out there helping, making sure that people are not getting suppressed at the votes, making sure they have food in line. They actually use their voices and their platforms to better enrich the world. They didn't really care about who you voted for. They wanted just to make sure you went out and expressed your American right to vote. It's not a political podcast. It's just highlighting that this is the leadership in sports that I'm talking about. And people talk about like, well, they can do this because nobody's really watching sport. They're going to lose money. Well, WNBA was the one sport in all sports to have the increase in viewership this year. And I thought that was going to happen against season anyway because Sabrina Ionescu was playing, but she only played 3 games. And they had an increase in this season when they didn't have a lot of the stars not playing. Erica Campion didn't play this year. Shanae didn't play this year. Jonquel didn't play this year. So it was a ton of players that didn't play, and they said the viewership. The reason I believe that viewership increased was because they talked about it and being about. Even the owners were coming out and saying, and they're more progressive owners. Like everybody thinks the NBA is a more progressive league, and the NBA, you didn't hear much from the owners. They came out and made their statements, but you had people putting words behind it. The Seattle Storm owners, the Chicago Sky owners, the New York Liberty owners. Joe Society we're all coming out and get this cause. So that's my main as a collective group. And we're not going to say it. And it really stemmed from the social injustice and the Kelly Loeffler statement. But I just want to dedicate this segment to them. And also, she's not in the sports world, but Stacey Abrams, she did her damn thing. All right, I am. Look, I like that lady. But Stacey Abrams was on. If you have not watched her documentary on HBO Go watch it. she did big things, and she's only going to continue to keep growing. And like I said, she got 800,000 people registered to vote. Jordan, that's almost 1 million people registered to vote, and make sure they knew how to exercise a vote, educate them on voting. She's doing stuff that we should be learning in schools, but I'm gonna get off my soapbox, guys, and let's get back to the show.
Yeah, and real quick on both of those things. One, yeah, like you said, the WNBA owners as a collective did a great job of speaking out and talking about the issues, and you saw how the players worked together, especially when they had one of the owners in their league having an issue, and they really rallied around each other, which I think was amazing. And I mean, the NBA is very progressive as a league, and you do have some owners, like we have a very great owner in Mark Cuban here in Dallas. He always is speaking out and trying to support other people, very outspoken as an owner. And I mean, we're blessed with that in the DFW in general. But yeah, like you can see how even in the middle of a pandemic, when you have all this stuff going on, they're making sure that women's voices are being heard. Yeah. And then on the point on Stacey Abrams, I don't care who you vote for, as long as you're a good person, and you have to respect the fact that she lost the election. Like let's remember that. Like she lost the governor election in Georgia, and despite that, she could have quit and went off into her own world and stepped away from politics in general, or worked on her campaign for running for a new office at some point soon. Instead, she immediately turned to making sure that the voices of the people in Atlanta were heard. She was out there and active. Georgia in general. I just spoke Atlanta because they were such a, like, Atlanta increased like significantly in their voter turnout this year. But yeah, just in general, like the state of Georgia, she was all over there, actively being involved in registering people to vote. And you've seen this as movements and people around the nation, and I think this is great. Like I said, I don't care who you vote for, as long as you're a good person, as long as you respect people and their opinions. I respect you and your opinion, and you can think what you want to think, and that's fine. But you have to respect people like that are passionate, because it's a representation of one person can create a movement. And if you don't believe that, like, just see what is going on around the country, and you have people that are stepping up and saying, like, I want to make a change, and they are doing that, and I think it's great. Yeah, but it's just, we got to make sure. And there's one thing I'm always gonna do. If you follow me on Twitter, you follow me on Instagram, we're gonna amplify women's voices. Mm-hmm. And I guess all women. I focus on my sisters mostly, but anybody who follows me, they hustle and we talk. I'm always shouting at your projects, shouting out things you're doing. So we got to make sure, like, get behind our women. But Jordan, on another side, note, you see this background behind me? Yeah.
Thanks to my mother-in-law, she got me that. She's like, it makes me
like it.
My background.
Yeah.
I know I got to reposition a little bit. I'm still working. There's gonna be a flag. It's gonna be hanging right there. It's my wall's coming in order. The office is getting into place.
I love it.
So are we talking basketball today?
Yes, we are. Real quick, while you're talking about women changing the game, follow Women Changing the Game on Twitter. If you are, on Instagram, if you're not already. We follow them, as well as True Sports Women. They do a lot of stories on their Instagram page about different women that are stepping up and showing out. So great content. If you want to check that out, it's very inspirational. And then, as always, we shout out Kelly all the time, but like the work that she does with the daily grind. Yeah, she always has a great story that she's sharing each week. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Let's talk some hoops, though.
Wait, okay. One last thing. One last thing.
What's up?
I meant to put this in there. UConn got the 4th year in a row has a number 1 player in basketball commit to them in women's basketball, and I'm starting to get upset. Like, I'm just really starting to get upset. I thought Flood was going somewhere else, but no, I thought she was going to go to South Carolina. I was hoping she went to South Carolina, but she went into UConn. They had my girl Paige there this season. So I'm just, that's stating that out there. Let's talk some basketball. Let's talk some, I'm just really frustrated about that. I really don't like UConn at all. Okay, what are we talking about hoops today? Like, are you running the subject? I'm running the subjects.
Okay, so there's a couple things that I want to talk about specifically today.
I figured as much.
Yeah. Basketball is my thing. Like, I talk a lot of Cowboys, but
which we're not doing today.
Yeah, no. We have poisoned our listeners with enough nonsense about that team.
We've had some, we're good.
But But I talk a lot. I talk a lot about basketball. If y'all know me, if y'all follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, you will see a lot of me sitting there, basically live tweeting basketball games throughout the season. And I'm talking every last game. I am sitting there from. My wife hates it because basketball is played like every other day. So every other day for about 2 hours, I'm unavailable. Sorry, honey, I love you, but gotta watch my boys. We were poisoned for a few years. There were some bad teams, but yeah. So the draft is coming up next week.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday. There. So right after our show. So listen to the game or listen to the Talk That Sport.
Is it right after or is it during our show?
I believe it's right after. I believe it starts at 7. So have Talk That Sport at 6:00, and then right after flip over to I believe it's on ESPN and watch the NBA draft. The first round is really the only round that matters when it comes to draft day because the second round sucks.
You stay that, and then you get people like Draymond.
True.
Like Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
You get people like the list goes on. The second day players,
Yeah, but nobody's really caring about those players when they were drafted. Like
I care.
Nobody knows. Did you? Okay, Draymond, you probably knew who he was. I was like Draymond. You probably knew who he was in college because he was a 4-year starter at Michigan and Michigan State, and he played. He was very active.
Even though Isaiah was like 4'4", I liked Isaiah because I liked the boy that could score.
Yeah, but like he wasn't like a household name or like he wasn't a big name in general. A lot of people didn't know who
Jordan,
Isaiah Thomas was.
When you get to the second round, you're not getting big name people.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like I like there are some people that you can get in the second round that make a difference. Like Jalen Brunson, he was a second round draft pick, and I love what he has done for the Mavs so far.
He was a winner. I like.
Yeah,
I like drafting winners.
Player of the year, man. 2018, Luka Doncic, the trade for Luka Doncic in the first, getting him, and then right after that trade, getting Jalen Brunson. Man,
do you think that's going to go down in history as the dumbest trade of all time?
No. I do think that it worked out. I think that Luka had his best fit in Dallas, and I feel like Trae Young ultimately he's a great player. Like Trae Young is not a scrub. He's not as good as Luka, and I think even going into the draft, you knew that. But I think Atlanta wanted him. Like that's the guy that they wanted to build a team around, and they're actively working to build a team. It's just taking longer. He's just like I said, not as good as Luka. So
I get what you're saying there, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel a lot like Trae that I feel about Steph. I think Steph is in the right, not discounting Steph. He is going to be the greatest shooter of all time when he's done, right? But Steph went to a team that put him in a good system. Even with Mark Jackson's like, bro, you can shoot as many threes as you want to. Just keep shooting them. And then when Steve Kerr came in, we're going to swing the ball around the perimeter. You're not going to have the ball that much. You're going to run off a lot of screens. Start making threes that way. Set and shoot. There we go. And I see Trae as being a very systematic player. I think he's going to be really good. He's going to be really good on bad teams. Like he's going to throw up almost like it wouldn't surprise me he scores 30 points a game next year. But that team may win 20, 25 games, 30 games.
Yeah.
Maybe okay, I put it. They won like 30 this year, so like maybe 30 games with him scoring 30 points a game. When I see Luka, not as LeBron, but LeBron-esque, where you can kind of build a system around him, and he controls everything else. So I get that Trae may have been where he wanted to be. Atlanta was a good place for Luka to go too. Like Luka's for the culture. Atlanta is one of the craziest places to live. If there's everything, you go this way, that way. So I think Luka would have fit really good down there in Atlanta, and I think that would have just propelled. Like look at the Mavericks. The Mavericks and Hawks were in the same exact position at that time. Like just think about it. They were about the same. Like really young cores, kind of rebuilding. We had DSJ. I forgot who they had as their young player before that.
They had John Collins. John Collins is there. Like that was their master. It really was him. But they also had they had Dennis Schroeder at the time.
Yeah,
they released him right after, or got rid of him right after.
They had a team that was like, but if you put Luka on that team would have been really good in the East, and it would have been building. So like, but it may not be the dumbest trade of all time, but it's gonna be like one of those ones that you look back and be like,
So I will say this, and I'm a Luka guy. You know this. That's my boy. Like I am hyping. I am all on the Luka train. But here's the thing: like you look at any of the first 5 picks, because that's when Dallas was supposed to pick at pick 5. Luka is far better than every last one of those players there. And he would have fit just fine at the time in any one of those picks, because you look at Phoenix, imagine having Luka and Devin Booker in the backcourt. Like, that would have just been unstoppable.
But
I mean, you put him in
in
Sacramento. Sacramento is the only one I see where it may not have worked out, but then you have a same situation kind of like in Dallas where you can maybe move off of De'Aaron Fox because you have the better talent there.
It would have been Buddy Hield they moved off of. Like Buddy Hield's like De'Aaron. Like I think
De'Aaron's not as good. I don't think De'Aaron is good off the ball, and I think you want a shooter.
But I think that pace that you can play with De'Aaron and Luka.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that would have been
two distributors, and you had Luka not having to do all the ball handling because like De'Aaron, don't get it wrong, is a great ball handler, great off screen, and he can fill it up fast. You have a really nice backcourt there,
but he can't shoot. He can't shoot as well, and that was the issue. But that was the issue with DSJ though. Like that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. It may have been a situation where you may have moved off of him anyways, just because you wanted to get a better shooter around.
I think DSJ had a multitude of problems.
Yeah,
I'm a DSJ guy.
But DSJ was like good before Luka got there. They just didn't fit together. And I don't know what happened in New York. Like, I don't know what happened. Like he literally was not that bad. I want to
see what's going to happen this season. I got to see what's going to happen with this season. Like, because this is last year's contract. Like,
yeah, I believe so.
And like, I mean, I did not think when he came to the league he was going to be a role player. I literally thought we were building.
No, I thought he was a starter. Like he was supposed to be a star. Like, yeah. I thought him and Luka together were going to be. You know what he got? You know what he got? That pre-draft buzz. That's what got him. Like when we went to the draft that year, like everybody's like, "Oh, if you at 9, DSJ's at 9, and the Mavericks are Dirk was picked at 9, and it became a lot on him." But I think he handled it well, though. Like, I felt like he did really well his rookie year. I felt like it was a really good rookie year. And you looked in the second year, I know for me going into that draft, 1, because I didn't think that Luka was an option, and 2, because of his size and the position, I didn't know how that was going to work with DSJ. But I was more so like, let's go get us a guy to go alongside DSJ. So I was pushing for like Marvin Bagley or Mo Bamba or Ayton or any one of those guys that we could have gotten that fell to us. And so I was like, let's build a team around DSJ. Glad we didn't, because we definitely propelled like a lot faster. But I honestly thought DSJ did pretty solid, and he just couldn't mesh with Luka, and he just hasn't found his footing in the backcourt in New York.
I liked Ayton. I really did. Like I could see why Phoenix did that.
Yeah.
Like when people go back and relive that draft, they're like, "Oh, you could have taken Luka at 1." I'm like, if you look at that team, it was going to be really good with Ayton. Yeah. And Ayton got suspended last year, and look at me like, I'm scared of them. Dude.
It was kind of especially if they get Chris Paul.
That's
see, this is why I wanted to talk about like draft free agency, because man, dude,
let's
the rumors are flying.
Let's unpack this Chris Paul.
Wait, can I say one thing really quick before we move off the Luka and Ayton topic? So with the whole Luka and Ayton battle, if people remember back to the draft, it was like Ayton was the guy. Like he was the next big thing as a center. Like, and he still is. Like, dude's averaging like a double-double. Like he's 20 and 10 guy. He's really solid in the paint. It's just nobody expected Luka to be as good as he is right now.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know what he was going to do. You didn't know if he was going to play small forward. You didn't know if he was going to play point guard. It was a lot of ifs and kind of fitting him into your system. He's in a perfect situation in Dallas.
You thought Luka was going to be a star, but Luka has turned into almost a generational type player.
Uh-huh.
You thought Luka not there. But see, think about DeAndre, and this is why I am okay with Phoenix taking DeAndre. I know we're talking a lot about the Ayton and DeAndre, but guys, we're talking basketball. You got to deal with this. How me and George's conversations go.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. But when you have the DeAndre, if you got a 7-foot guy who is a great defensive player, who can. I think Ayton at his prime is going to average 25, 27, 15.
I think more 25. Just
25 to 27.
Yeah, if he's
15,
with Book,
15 and 2, and that's 2 blocks a game. I think that's going to be peak Ayton. But if you get a 7-footer that can shoot threes, that can play defense, you you can't give and no injury history. Like Aiden really didn't have a bad injury history. Yeah, I think got hurt at Arizona, but it wasn't bad injury.
Yeah, and he still hasn't really had many injuries.
He got suspended this year for
it was a suspension.
PED So like when you have a guy like that, it's not like we're choosing between Joel Embiid and Luka, or we're not picking between Greg Oden and Luka. No, this is literally. But this could be one of those.
When you talk about Greg Oden,
I know that's injury concern guy.
They still end up picking Durant.
But I feel like this. That's what Luka and Trey are gonna. I know they have a great friendship. They don't think it's a rivalry, but I think in the media we are gonna always compare these two people together.
And I don't think it's fair to Trey, because I think that Trey is a really talented guy. He deserved to be picked where he was picked. He's just. You're comparing him to a guy that's just much better.
It just been so much better for them if they had just drafted Trey at 3, and drafted Trey at 3, and then because Memphis was going to take him. Memphis was going to take Luka. So
Memphis was pretty set on Jaren Jackson. Like they want to hit. Yeah,
I don't think he would have moved. I don't think somebody would have moved to 4, but I think Dallas would have moved to 4 anyway. Yeah. So once they saw Trey was going, so like if Trey was picked before Luka. Atlanta can kind of see it, but they got a haul for him. Like this is they have the Mavericks first round picks for the next 2 years after this. Yeah, is it 2 picks and a pick swap?
I think it's just 2 picks.
All right, so they got the next 2 draft picks.
We traded the rest of them to New York. That's what the rest of the picks are.
Fuck.
Yeah. No. The only team that's really looking in this draft, and I promise we will move off of this right after. Yeah, the only person in that draft that you're really sitting there and like really kind of questioning their is Marvin Bagley, and only because he's had like injuries. Like
he was injured in college, high school.
Yeah.
Remember he tore his ACL his senior year of high school, and he tore his other. Didn't he get hurt? So I mean, I don't know.
So that's just that's the thing. The issue. But
let's move off of this. So we have multiple people reporting. There's a lot of rumors. Okay, so this is what I want to do my intro into. So that's why I'm stealing from you. This is my favorite part of the year that normally happens in the summer. And this is where I can feel myself getting back in my sport. I was trying to figure out why I was sports drained. It's because I didn't have the NBA free agency offseason. Yeah. So I get the draft and the free agency like a couple weeks right afterwards. And this is my favorite. When Woj starts tweeting, Zach Lowe starts tweeting. We got dude from the Ringer, Kevin O'Connor start tweeting. And it's like the most outrageous things. So the first thing we're going to cover is Chris Paul, where the hell are you going? So like the potential locations have been Milwaukee, Phoenix, the Clippers, back to the Clippers, which would be interesting.
I don't think that happens.
I don't think
just gonna go ahead and say that.
Well, I think they have the packages. They have the stuff for the package. They can send.
Yeah, I just don't see that work. But
if you're Oklahoma City, you want first round picks. Like you like, and they'll have none left. They're done. Like they're empty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they got one for 2025. I think that's when they have it. And then Phoenix. Where do you think Chris Paul's going to be best fit? Because I have my opinion.
So personally, I think that, and I think it's Phoenix. And here's why. Like you saw the impact that Ricky Rubio made this year to Phoenix. I know that they still didn't get to the goal, but they were a lot more competitive this season compared to the past couple of years. They have tried their best in Phoenix to make Devin Booker kind of like the ball handling guard. He's not that guy. Like he just does not play. Like he does not play his best basketball doing that. Like he needs a guy that's going to set him up. And I think that bringing Chris Paul in there, you get a veteran leader that is proven. And now you have him paired with DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. And you still got Kelly Oubre, who had a really great season last year. Man, like Phoenix would be set up to actually be a playoff contender in the West, a very loaded West. So I really think that Phoenix is buying this year, and I think that that's the guy that they're going all after this year.
All right, so for me, Chris Paul, no matter what face he put on while he was at Oklahoma City, did not seem the most Chris Paul-esque last year. Didn't have a lot of smiling. You know he wasn't happy with a young team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as much as I love that Phoenix, when they tell me like he may go to Phoenix, I'm thinking Lob City with a guy that can shoot. Because like what he didn't have when he was in LA when he first got there was a 2-guard that can shoot. Like now you got Book, one dude that can fill it up, drop 30 a night. And I think if he were to go to Phoenix, Book would score 30 a night. You have Aiden that couldn't catch any lob at the rim. And Chris Paul, if he can stay healthy, is probably top 3-4 general in the NBA still. Top 3, maybe top 5.
I mean, I would say top 5 because you have it's Luka, LeBron, and James Harden that are 1, 2, and 3.
So 5. It's top 5. Top 5. If you're playing at his highest level, where if I think Chris Paul is gonna make I think Sam Presti is gonna literally hey man, where you want to go? I'm gonna send you where the picks is. You know, I think the best fit for Chris Paul is
where
Miami. I know
I can see it.
It's Miami or Milwaukee, and I think Milwaukee's a team that can make the biggest move for him. Right?
How though? I can't see how Milwaukee puts together a package for him.
I think they're giving a picks. I mean, this is where you wish you had Brogdon. This is where you wish you had Brogdon for that trade. But I think they're gonna get rid of Middleton. Right?
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just I just really wanted to throw this in really quick for you because I didn't know if you were gonna get off of it. But with Middleton, do you really want to move off Middleton for Chris Paul? Who Chris Paul's 36 now?
But if you're okay, so first of all, you don't have a contract. You don't have a.
You just re-signed Middleton.
I don't know. I'm saying you have a contract, right? You're both gonna have the money's gonna about almost even out.
Well, Chris Paul's more expensive than
$40 million, but he's got 2 years left. He's got 2 years left on that deal, though.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of money to pay a guy who's still at 36.
But that team still has enough cap space to go get a third star to go along with. So now you can go in and be in the market for. I don't think Bradley Beal's going to be on the market, or we can go get a Bradley Beal, a Victor Oladipo, who else is out there? I should know this.
It's not a huge market.
It's not huge, but you can go try to find. You can go try to get Tobias Harris back, and that's a bad contract now. But there's things you can kind of do because you got a point with Giannis. You have to if it's costing me Chris Middleton and a couple picks, and I get back Roby and Baisley and Chris Paul, I'm taking it. If I'm Milwaukee, I'm taking it. Now the team that can give you the best package is Miami.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Miami is a very great trade partner.
And I think Miami, I think it's good for Chris Paul. He'll be right down the street from Dwayne, one of the Banana Boat crew.
Yeah.
Pat Riley's a winner, and then Paul's hunting for rings, and that's really not gonna be in Phoenix. If this been Chris Paul, if this been Chris Paul 4 or 5 years ago, I can see Chris Paul going to Phoenix.
But I see it you have Devin Booker in his prime now. Devin Booker's in his prime, and he's already paid. You have DeAndre Ayton, who is coming up. This is his 3rd season, so this should be a huge year for him. Like I said, you have Kelly Oubre, who's been balling out. They have a solid core of guys there. They need some depth on the bench, I guess.
It's a solid core of guys. But when Chris Paul's not looking for the best players. He's looking for the best winning situation.
Yeah,
he needs people that are testing. This team hasn't been to the playoffs yet.
Yeah,
they haven't had a winning season yet.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I completely get it. Yeah.
So when I look at that, I'm thinking Chris Paul wants to go there, and I had enough stop, but I'm still going in my head. It's what left my brain. I lost it when you cut me off a little bit.
Sorry.
Dang it. Hold on. It's Chris Paul. I can't remember it. Damn it, Jordan.
My bad.
No, it's good. But no, Chris Paul. Dang it! It was a good point. I don't care. It's gonna come back to me. But here he goes. Jordan, a sleeper situation.
Okay.
I've seen this on the depths of Twitter. I've heard the rumblings, the whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul Doc reunion.
Philly.
If look, you know how I feel about the 2 stars out there, right? And I think I personally rather have Ben Simmons than Joel Embiid. But if Sam Presti calls you and it's hey, we'll send you Chris Paul for 2 firsts and Ben Simmons, and we'll give you. They create a package. I don't know his NBA rosters like that. I'm not going to create a package. If I'm Sam Presti, I have can't think of his name right now. Double last name. Cousin plays in
Shai Alexander.
Yeah, there you go.
Get that in it. Yeah, dude's a baller, man.
And he is literally the team you're building. But if you bring him with Ben Simmons and you play Ben Simmons at like a 3, like you guys stop making Ben Simmons a point guard. Stop making Ben Simmons what
Ben Simmons can't shoot. That's his issue. That's why he's been playing point guard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give him a coach that will like use him in the right way.
But you don't know who this coach in OKC is. I'm saying he was the assistant coach last year. I haven't heard.
He ran the offense last year. He ran the offense last year.
The respect. I don't know much about him. That's what I'm saying. I know Steven Silas, so I know what he can do in Houston. I don't know this guy, so it's a question mark to me until I see it.
Look, I feel okay. So we're transition. Steven Silas, I feel bad for this guy. He's worked his ass off to get a job, and then now there's uncertainty in the front office, and now the 2 players. They're not saying they want out, but when those reports started to come out, like James and Russell don't really know where the organization is going. We're thinking about sending Russell to New York or LA. Like James wants to go play. Doc would love to play with James Harden in Philadelphia. If you're Steven Silas, right? When you get there, you're like, really? Y'all about to put me with the Bear Coffins? Like, I took this job because this is going to be like a Western Conference final team.
No, you didn't take the job expecting that. Like, to me personally, when they got rid of Daryl Morey and when they fired Mike D'Antoni, because that's essentially what happened. Like, you knew what you knew.
D'Antoni quit. They offered him a contract. They offered him a 1-year contract, and D'Antoni's like, nah.
Yeah, a 1-year contract. It's all about like they were in the like they're thinking in their mind in Houston. We're pretty much out of our window. We missed our opportunity, and so now they're trying to retool. They want to keep James Harden around, but they have to move off Russell Westbrook because they're admitting that was a bad move.
With moving off Russell.
But the issue is they don't have a viable trade partner right now, at least to my understanding. What I'm seeing around the league, there's not a guy they can go get. And then I don't think that I'm just like when I'm thinking of Steven Silas and the reason why he agreed to take this contract with Houston, I think that he has some long-term flexibility here. Not like I'm saying 5, 6, 7 years, but I think he has probably like a 4-year window where he can retool this team and try and get them competitive in the next 3 years with James Harden as the guy. I think that is what he's wanting to do there. I think that was what he agreed to with the front office. And you're going to see some overhaul. They have to go and get some big guys because they went and did this whole small ball thing where they have a 6'7" guy playing center, not working. So they're going to go change things up. But I think that once they get to that point, they're going to be ready to go. And I think this is a 3-year kind of window or 3-year kind of deal where they're working to actually build the team.
Harden's 31 and his contract is up in 3 seasons.
Yeah.
He'll be 34.
And you're building the team so that you can extend him with a young talent around him. I don't know who that player is yet. But you're starting to.
You do know what I like about Daryl Morey, right? Daryl Morey just burned this motherfucker down and just walked off. He like threw the gasoline onto the fire.
He really did.
I'm out, bitches.
Hey, pulled
I'm about to blow up another situation.
Pulled O'Brien out there.
Yeah, I know. He just literally was like, I'm gonna sell everything. I feel bad for Houston. Y'all got conned by 2 conmen. I don't know what happened.
Seriously,
2 conmen.
No, 3. Like you literally had your baseball team go up in smoke. No, you just had your football team go up.
Did not go up in smoke. They just cheated.
Okay, they cheated, but I'm just saying you've had some shady stuff going on here.
They still want to. Astros fans will never let you hear end of it. We gotta read.
True. Yeah.
Bangers or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the World Series this year again.
Still, I actually feel bad for Houston. The armpit down there is getting crapped on the past couple of years.
Our brother stays in Houston. Our sister-in-law's from Houston. Well,
I just tell you. Side note: he better not raise his kids Houston fans. Like they better be.
So well,
actually, he's a Saints fan, so it doesn't even freaking matter.
Their football team is probably going to be the Saints or the Texans because they're down here in Houston, and Simone sort of roots for the Texans, and then Christian roots for the Saints. Now I'm gonna do everything in my power. I told him I was going to Cowboys stuff. Now I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna get them random apparel. Like I'm gonna get them like a 49er shirt like when they're born. or like just make them want different teams.
Yeah.
Or make them a Falcons fan and really piss Christian off.
Oh, just do whoever the top player is in the league,
and just keep getting them shit from there.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, like, oh, here you go, Mahomes. You're a Chiefs fan.
Give him Dak Prescott.
I love the Chiefs. I love Chiefs. But yeah, so like, yeah, he better not raise his kids that way.
Mhm.
But Christian's gonna Christian.
Yeah.
But back to Houston. Okay, on a side note, I know we keep having side notes, but this is how we. If you don't know the show, this is how it works anyway. All right.
Yeah, we go off on tangents.
Low key, second biggest coach tree in the NBA is Rick Carlisle now. Pops won.
Dude. You
Pops
have Terry Stouts.
Terry Scotts.
Wait, what?
Terry Scotts.
It's Stouts.
It's Scotts.
It is not Scott's.
It's Scotts.
It is Terry Stouts.
Scotts.
CJ, I am 100% sure of this. Google it. And before you Google it, I bet $5 on it. Right, $5.
Okay, $5, whatever.
Okay, Terry Stouts,
head coach.
But yeah,
Terry Stotts.
You said Terry Scott's.
We're both wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay, it's spelled. It's. I know how to spell his name. Stouts.
No, it's Stotts.
Really?
Yes, Terry Stotts.
Okay,
I knew it.
Well, we're both wrong. Okay.
Yeah, we're both wrong.
Anyways, yeah, he has a victory.
I know we argued over both people.
I know. Yeah.
George, this is the clip. This is the clip. If you were asking me what the clip is, this is the clip right
there
here.
You go. Okay.
All right, coach. Terry Stotts, Detroit, Dwayne Casey, and now you have Steven Silas down in Houston.
Yep.
So, like, and these are guys that, like, Stotts got the job after the year we won the championship, and then Casey was like a year after that.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2011.
Yeah.
Those guys are still rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you really can. I don't know if you want to claim Kevin Canales up in Brooklyn, who took over as an interim for a period, or was it New York? I can't remember. It might have been New York actually.
New York.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's from Dallas as well. I mean, I know he didn't get a head coaching job out of it, but
and the tree is going to be good because, like, I don't know if JJ's made a decision yet. I don't know if JJ's coming back as a player. But JJ's gonna be on the coach, assistant coach on the squad, and I can see somewhere in the next 5 to 10 years where JJ Barea gets a job.
Oh yes.
But maybe the guy coaching after Rick says he wants to lead the Mavericks. He's stepping down from the Mavericks. He's retiring. I see lots of options.
Yeah.
For like it. He's got that good pipeline of people coming in, and they have staying power. So like,
yeah.
All right, Jordan, we got 12 minutes left to go in the podcast.
Okay.
We need to do this. Okay, what you're saying?
I was gonna say, can we talk briefly about this year's draft?
That's what
I meant to get into earlier, and I got.
You did not stop my transition. That's where we were fucking going.
My bad. I didn't actually say a word. You just saw me motion, and you let me talk. Okay.
Okay.
So let's talk the draft. Okay. So we have an interesting dynamic here at the top. I mean, LaMelo Ball is the guy that is probably the most highly touted out of this draft. Everybody expecting him to go number 1 overall.
I disagree with that point, but okay, I got you.
I do too. Yeah.
I know. I disagree that he's most, like, everybody has him highly touted. I think his PR people, his agent is pushing that. Everybody wants him to go out number 1 right now.
That's fair.
I think Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman are the one people are talking about.
Yeah.
And I think the kid from overseas. I can't remember his name. I didn't do my research on him.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on, guys. I'm pulling up the mock draft right now because stupid me decided not to do this before I sat down today. All good though. But so you look at the teams at the top, and yeah, like you said, Anthony Edwards is a stud. I mean, James Wiseman, who ended up not playing this season because of issues with everything going on in Memphis about him paying to play, all this stuff. It was questionable, but there's a lot of good things to look at, I would say, in this draft and where we're sitting. I'm interested to. Woo.
Jordan, you can't do dead air.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
so
take-
sorry. Okay, there
No,
was like I was on a site and it started playing like noise, and I thought that it was like y'all could hear that too, and I was just sitting here like, what is this? And I was trying to exit out of it. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
You don't want nobody to hear it, 'cause I can hear all I heard was,
yeah.
"Woo!"
I realized that now. I thought
right.
y'all were hearing it too.
So there was something cool me and Jordan talked about when we were prepping our show last week. What we want to do this week. And it was like, so me and Jordan, one of our favorite traditions was like picking players in the draft.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do that, but that's the last thing we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is, who are you most excited about in this draft? Who do you
Okay.
think is going to be your bust? Who's the guy you're like, I'm not sold on this guy?
Mhm.
And who's the guy you want the Mavericks to draft? Because we are Mavericks fans. So this will be a centric. That last question is going to be centric Mavericks.
Okay.
So what's your little thing?
Okay, so walk me through that again. So what's the first one?
who's
Who
the
am I most excited about?
And most intrigued with? Yeah.
Okay, and then who's going to be the bust?
Yeah.
And then who I
do you
want the Mavericks
to draft?
Okay, so I have every answer except for who I want the Mavericks to draft.
Oh my god.
Okay, Mavericks we draft later in the draft.
I told you, Jordan, this question literally last week. You had a week to prepare for this.
I'm not gonna lie, CJ. Sometimes I be tuning out. I forget. It happens.
Will you be tuning out to my show prep when I'm talking to you?
Every now and then.
Oh,
hey, I come prepared.
Okay. I feel hurt.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Just answer. I got my answers.
Okay, so I'm legit excited about LaMelo Ball. I think he's the best out of all the Ball brothers, and I honestly have a similar comp to Luka Doncic with him. The way he plays, I know it. Like, dude is going. I feel like he really will be a walking triple double. 6-7 point guard, very similar comp to Luka if you want to compare that way. I just he has to be in the right situation though, and I guess that's like taking the easy way out, the cheap way out. But I feel like if he's drafted by the wrong team, he's not going to be successful. So in a perfect world, I think that LaMelo Ball has to fall to the Charlotte Hornets at 3. And I know that doesn't sound right as the perfect team, but being around Michael Jordan.
When does that ever help shit, George? When does being around Michael Jordan ever help shit?
When has Michael Jordan ever drafted quality enough talent? Okay, let's be honest.
Jordan, wait, Michael Jordan missed out on quality enough talent and skipped a lot of players.
But that's what I'm saying. But if he actually has this guy, like I know he's not going to be the coach, but I feel like LaMelo Ball is the kind of guy that would actually soak it up. I don't feel like he's like the Ball brothers have kind of moved away from their father and all the nonsense. Like, I really feel like he legitimately wants to go out there and be successful and be one of the best players in the league. And I feel like if he can be in Charlotte and really start leading and building a team there, I feel like he will be in the perfect situation because I like him and Bridges there. I think that they would have something really good going, and they would still need some additional pieces. This isn't like, but I feel like that's going to be the perfect fit for him. I feel like the biggest bust in this draft, I think it's gonna be Anthony Edwards, man. I
think he's a role player.
That's why I say he's gonna be a bust.
6 or 7 man off your bench
Because so I think he's going to go to Minnesota number 1, and I think that he's gonna fall down the depth chart, and he's gonna like you got to look at their guard situation in Minnesota right now. So they already have D'Angelo Russell, who's their starting point guard. They have Jarrett Culver, who they just picked up, and they have what's the Oak? I can't think of it.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Yeah. They have him, and there's another guy.
Well, Culver, they're trying to move Culver right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they move him, that might help, but it's just they're still kind of crowded back there in the back.
But Edwards can play the 3. Edwards can play the 3 though.
He's 6'5", and so he's 6'5". That's a small 3. And when you look at the league, like the league doesn't have a lot of small 3s. I know they play small ball, but a lot of the 3s in the league are 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". So he would still be undersized at that position. So I don't really like him being there. So I think that he's going to end up there, and that's why. Like a lot of mine is situational. Like, so I feel like if he's there, and even like, but the options at the top where he's going to go, whether it's going to Golden State or going to Minnesota, I think that he falls down the chart, and he's not going to get the playing time he needs, and he may not be as successful.
I think Golden State would be a good fit for him. I think Golden State wouldn't fall. I think Steve Kerr is good about amplifying players, making better than they all are, especially in that system. Mm-hmm. So if I think he went to Golden State, it would be a really good transition for him to come in.
Yeah, and he has potential to start in Golden State, but because you can move Clay to 3, and that wouldn't be that much of a position shift, I guess, for Clay. But then you still have to battle that out with Duran Lee, and I know that's not like a huge name, but dude had a really good season last year.
Dude is a great from 3. And I think that guy has future 6-man a year comp.
Yeah,
another player taken in the second round, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but in some of those situations, I know, but I'm saying, but there's some guys. But what I'm saying is, like, Duran Lee had a really good season last year, and I don't think that he wants to give up his starting position. And when you are in situations like that, sometimes you fall down. I mean, you look at in Dallas, DeLon Wright was supposed to be a starter here in Dallas this year. So was Seth Curry. They both lost positions because the person on the bench just wanted it more. And when you have those situations where a guy is like, this is my spot and I'm not going to give it up, you may fall down the chart. And Steve Kerr is going to go with the best guy who's going to get them the points to win. He's not going to go with, just because you're number 2 overall pick, I'm going to start you.
If the Warriors are taking the number 2 overall pick and then put him on the bench, then you should just trade out the pick. I'm just telling you, get what you can for it.
Yeah, and they might. I don't think it's going to be intentional in Golden State. I just think it might happen.
So I'll get to mine.
Okay.
I think we share the same person because I think we're both enamored by LaMelo. Mm-hmm. And like LaMelo became famous because his brother was a really good player. Jello was trash. Okay, he's not saying he could beat me in a basketball game. So like he's not trash, but I mean he's not NBA level talent. He's not as good as his brother. Mm-hmm. I think Lonzo still has so much room to grow. I think he's such a late developer. I think he reminds me a lot of Drew Holiday, the guy I shared a backcourt with him right now. As a guy, like Drew Holiday was very late to progress to get to where Drew Holiday is now. Lonzo's a really good defender, really good ball handler. He just can't shoot the 3 very well. Yeah, he shoots mid-range, but
he shot better this year. Yeah,
he did. He shot more and shot better, which is always a good thing. And I think he's going to be in the lab again this summer. And I think with his brother being in the league, I think that competition is going to really, really like have your brother like on highlights as a potential rookie of the year. Yeah, I think it's going to change Lonzo's game a lot. And I think Lonzo's now finally settled in New Orleans. And I think he's not having a year transition. So, but I think Melo is. I don't think he's a generational talent, but I think he has a chance to be a star. I think he's gonna sell tickets. People are gonna wear Melo jerseys. Yeah. He has to have the right mindset. And I agree with you about the situation. I do not think Charlotte's the best situation for him. I think Chicago,
that's fair.
I think Chicago is a place like the teams I have want him to go to. Golden State, obviously, because I would love to see that team just add another shooter to that roster. I think that's a team that's grounded enough to like put it into his head, like, yo, if coach is telling you change your shooting motion, change it. Like, work on it. We're going to get you to a different spot. Now, I think you can't mess with him too much because that happened with Markelle Fultz. Like, Markelle Fultz had a janky jump shot that worked for him. And then the Sixers tinker it. Sometimes people shoot the way they shoot. And sometimes you can fix it. Sometimes you got to let the dude fling it up. Yeah. He doesn't have a elongate. Like, Lonzo's problem when he had to choose his jump shot was because he had an elongate release. Melo just shoots from the side of his head. All right, that's what makes it hard. Yeah, for him. But like he's also 6'7". Lonzo's not 6'7", and so any you got a 6'7" combo guard is gonna be great. Who's a great ball handler. He's gonna be great with teammates. That's why I want to see him with Kobe White and Larry Markkinen and Wendell Carter Jr. in Chicago. I think that team could be pushing. Plus, you put a ball in a big market. I think that's the ball you need to have in a big market. Yeah. The player I think is gonna bust. I hate like James Wiseman, man. Like I'm just not sold on him. Like I'm not sold on. I like if I had saw more James play in college, I may be more sold on him. But I'm not a big guy when it comes to the draft.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dwell on that too much. I mean, he looked dominant, but the teams he played were like really inferior. He had a game against Oregon, but like I didn't get to see him play any top-notch talent. He wouldn't have played a lot of top-notch talent when he was in Memphis anyway.
Yeah.
Until the tournament, and I didn't see him match up with any big bigs. And he's going to a league where bigs are not that important, but the bigs we do have, like the bigs that there are going to dominate him for his like first 2 seasons. Like imagine him going against AD. Imagine him going against Jokic. Imagine him going against Nurkic. Imagine him going against Bam. Like he's going to get worked a lot in his rookie year. That's a lot to ask a rookie to come in, and then, then you're building a team around him. And he may end up going like the best play for him is, I said it multiple times, Golden State. Like Golden State has so many places they can go. Like, but I don't think Golden State's going to take a center because I don't think he fits the scheme that Steve Kerr wants to play.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to what I want the Mavericks draft, it's RJ Hampton. Like I think RJ was a little undersold when he went over to Australia. He had to deal with even though Bar's family over there. This is why I love European basketball more than American basketball. I know we have AAU instead of that. RJ went to go play grown men. Like he went to go play. He went to go play fathers.
It's a lot different. Yeah, a lot different.
He wasn't getting PT because like you got to think about it. I'm gonna have this 18-year-old kid that's coming to America. He's gonna be gone in a year, and he's got to compete. You got to make sure to watch yourself.
Unless he's going to go out there and be the best person on the team, you're not going to go out there and automatically get started.
When I saw RJ Hampton in high school, I saw a guy that could ball. And it could be one of those lucky gems. This could be the Michael Porter Jr. This could be your great value Giannis. I had to say great value Giannis because it can't be he may not be Giannis. But this could be your guy that can be in the like that 11 to like 25 range because we're picking 18 11-25 range that could be there that could help your team. And RJ Hampton can play 2 and the 3. So in places you need help with, and he can fill it up. One thing we saw with the Mavericks when KP went down was like the ability to have a third key score or a second key score. I want to use this pick, and I know Mark Cuban's like, we'll try to get Giannis. We have enough cap room to draft somebody and get Giannis. Do not trade this pick, Mark. Do not trade this goddamn pick. All right,
I'm for trading it if he goes to get you a player right now. But I do like the RJ Hampton.
If it's a player like Oladipo, I don't know. Like give me. I'd rather have the upside and then try to.
No, I want a Bradley Beal or
if you're getting that pick up, if you're getting that pick up for not Buddy, I don't know. I'm not a Buddy Hill guy, but if you're getting me that pick up for Bradley Beal, don't get me started with Bradley. 40%. Okay, Jordan, no, don't get me started right now. Don't get me started on Bradley.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't get me started.
Real quick for Dallas pick. I do like RJ Hampton. I didn't know if he was going to be available that late. He
should. He may be there.
If he's there, definitely he's the pick. I also like Jaden McDaniels. I think that he might be a solid wing player that you can get. Isaiah Stewart as a center to go in there and sure up that center position because we got a lot of role players there. I think that he may be a potential starter there. And then lastly, I think that Tyrese Maxey may also be a guy that you look for.
Tyrese Maxey is going to be good.
Yeah. Those are the 3 players I would be interested in seeing. Out of all of them, of course, RJ Hampton. That's all I got.
All right. Who you latched your wagon to this year? Who's the player you're like? Remember we used to do this? I think our most famous one was Marquise Daniels and Josh Howard.
Oh man. Marquise Daniels is my guy.
And I was a Josh Howard guy.
That's just in general or from this draft?
From this draft. Who's the guy you're taking this year? Like who's the guy we're like keying in? Like I'm gonna follow him even though he doesn't play for my team.
I don't want to do a top 5 pick because I'm gonna follow them anyways. I'm gonna actually go with Nico Mannion. I really want to see what happens there. He was a really big prospect going into college. Didn't have as great of a season at Arizona this past year. So I just really want to see what he does. So I'm just interested. I just want to see what he does. Yeah.
All right. My guy is Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
And even though he is a 6'3" guard, all right?
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of them in the NBA. He killed the University of Texas every time he played him, and I hate the motherfucker. All right? So yes, I'm kind of rooting for this guy in the next level. All right, so this is our draft for you guys. we're gonna kind of wrap it up right now because we're 4 minutes over. And here we go. Did I have something else to talk about? I thought I had another question. I said we're already over. We might as well keep going.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna ask the question about. All right. I think are we gonna live tweet a draft? Live tweet a draft next week.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I may come out there. Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm not doing shit. So, all right, guys. We want to thank. Okay, wait, time out. I got to do one thing. I did want to meet one thing. The Daily Grind is Daily Grind. Yeah, Daily Grind.
Yeah.
The Daily Grind is hosting a turkey trot, a virtual and one. So if you're in Wisconsin, listening to us, go to the Daily Grind. Get the information details. The last day of times in November 23rd. If you're doing it, send us a DM. Because I'm planning on doing it. Jordan, are you planning on doing it?
I am. I registered last week.
I'm registering this week. So we are registering. We would love to do this with each other. We're going to be doing our little. I'll be dying on the video chat with me. So we'll take some videos. But we would love to grow it. This is when Kelly's like our pod sister now. We've built a great little relationship with her. So make sure you hustle. She's doing a turkey trot. Sign up. Go to the Daily Grind. We'll post the details in the description. But as usual, want to thank our producer Aaron Bird for making it sound lovely. Want to thank Oni Music for our intro and outro song. People, have a good week and wear your damn mask. Jordan, do the thing.